We've heard plenty about Colorado's recent laws allowing people to buy marijuana for pleasure. In depth tonight, why some people believe they're being targeted by Nebraska law enforcement for one reason: their out-of-state plate. WWT 6 News' Brian Mastery investigates the story you'll only see on 6.
It's a little ridiculous to have a free roam for them to be able to dig through anything and everything.
Tim Bauer gets angrier the more he talks about his recent drive across Nebraska.
That's not really good use of time. When you have 5 to 6 officers that are walking around one place, how many vehicles went by that were actually carrying drugs while we were standing there?
The Wisconsin man has a place outside Grand Junction, Colorado. When he was driving back, and just as he crossed into western Nebraska on Interstate 80, his new 12-week-old puppy needed a restroom break. So he pulled off the interstate and parked on the base of an entrance ramp. Nebraska State Patrol pulled up behind him. You can't park on the entrance ramp. That was law enforcement's probable cause.
They proceeded to let me know that they were going to run a drug dog around my truck.
For an hour, investigators poured through his truck and trailer.
They proceeded to search the whole vehicle and got done and just told me that they didn't find anything and I could leave. There was no sorry for wasting your time, sorry for the embarrassment.
Tim Bauer wondered how many others with out-of-state plates have gone through the same thing.
I just sort of changed my focus to that.
Omaha criminal defense attorney Dan Stockman saw such an increase in cases in the last year. He now specializes in representing those arrested for drugs along Nebraska's Interstate 80. Most are out-of-staters who are passing through the state.
We're talking Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Iowa, Tennessee, Pennsylvania, New York, Indiana, New Jersey, Connecticut, Oklahoma, Georgia.
Stockman admits that some of those arrests are 20-year-old male college students full of poor choices who pool their money together to buy weed in Colorado to sell at college, but adds many of the people arrested have user amounts of marijuana. They're not dealers.
The conflict of law problem that we're having between Colorado and Nebraska is really highlighted when you talk about the medical marijuana client. A person who lives in Colorado who has, say, Crohn's disease and has a medical prescription for it and brings it with her back east to visit relatives or friends. She thinks she's doing nothing different than bringing her hydrocodone or OxyContin with her like we would if you had a valid prescription. Only it's illegal here.
We asked Nebraska Attorney General Doug Peterson this week, the state's top law enforcer who has sued Colorado over the differing drug laws, whether law enforcement is targeting out-of-state plates. I don't think that's true, he told me, adding that individual out-of-state license plates are not used as criteria when making a traffic stop.
These crystal-like things here are hash.
It also gets dicey for those with medicinal hash oil or edibles. User amounts of the green leafy variety of marijuana can lead to a $300 fine in Nebraska, but hash oils and edibles can quickly add up to a felony. You think they're clearly being profiled?
I think it's hard to get through Nebraska with out-of-state plates without getting a look from law enforcement.
We know where Tim Bauer stands on this.
Well, I think that they're going a little overboard as far as they're looking and searching for drugs.
The Wisconsin man did not get stopped going through Nebraska on this trip to Colorado. With photographer Jim Hinchuk, I'm Brian Mastery reporting, WWT 6 News.
So what do the numbers say? WWT 6 News has been analyzing citation data provided by the Nebraska State Patrol. This is for the first 6 months of the year. We found 56% of the drug citations issued by troopers went to those with out-of-state license plates, mostly for possession of less than an ounce. Now, for comparison, we examined the first 6 months of 2014 before Colorado loosened its recreational marijuana laws. And according to Nebraska State Patrol records, 49% of the drug citations were issued to out-of-staters. The State Patrol and law enforcement agencies in the metro have targeted the removal of drugs from I-80 for years.